revenge payback after last year's game against Vanderbilt, where had some defensive guys tossed out of the game and then let back in, and just the debacle up in Nashville last year?
Well, not really. We don't look at it as a revenge game. We just look at it as Vanderbilt is in the way of our course of going to the SEC. It's another SEC game, so it's going to be a pretty intense game. Vanderbilt is a pretty good, fundamental, sound team, so it's going to be a pretty good game this Saturday.
What have you seen on tape from them?
Like I said, fundamental, sound team that don't make that many mistakes. Have a pretty good return team on the special team side, but they have some weapons on the offensive side, so it's going to be a pretty good offensive and defensive game.
Looks like they were able to score some points on some teams. What do they do offensively that, other than getting in the end zone, that allows them to do that? What do they do, schematically?
Oh, well, they have a great back. He's a north-south type guy, and some great wide receivers around him. Just overall, they have a good offensive game. They don't hide anything. So, it's just straightforward, and some people just make mistakes of thinking it's a window dressing type offense, and they just go out there and just play ball. So.
Last week you guys kind of started slow. It seems like you kind of took control as a defense of the game in the middle part of the game. And then in some moments where the offense maybe had some scores, you weren't able to kind of go out there and get a stop. What happened on those drives? What happened in those scenarios that, was it a mental let up, or can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just we just didn't execute, to be honest, man. Just not doing our assignment, but nothing major. Something that can't be fixed. It can be fixed, and we're just going to move forward. We have a lot of things that we need to improve on from last game, and then we're going to work on that going into this week against Vanderbilt.
Lorenzo Carter said that, like after Damon Swan's sack last week, the defense kind of turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked him, well, why does it take someone turning it on? Why can't you turn it on from the first play? So I asked you, why can't it be that way from the first play? Why does it take someone else making a play to get everybody psyched up?
To be honest, man, that was a great play Damian Swan made. I think that was a big play that brought us just ready to play on the defensive side. We need to come out faster. That's one of our things I think that we're going to work on this week is practicing faster, starting off faster, offense, defense, and special team wise, and I think that carries over in the game. It's the way you practice. So that's one thing that we're going to try on working on in practice is starting faster so we can go out Saturday and start faster.
What close is this defense? We see you guys, all of a sudden the linebackers and defensive backs are getting in the backfield, freshman quarterback, balls are being batted down, and then the next series, the team just marches down the field and scores. It's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. How close are you to being all Jekyll or all Hyde?
If you just look at it, it's just minor details that when big plays or a play happens on the defensive side, and we know it's not like they're just beating us, It's just minor details that we need to eliminate. And once we get that sewed up in the bag, and I think we'll be a pretty good defense. We work hard. We pretty much know our assignments, and we know each other. So it's just minor details that leads to these big plays.
How much is losing Shelton Dawson going to hurt the secondary?
You have to talk to Coach Rick about that. Yeah.
You guys don't have a whole lot of depth back there, it seems. Some of the new guys being prepped to play. Are we going to see new faces this week?
Just like I was just been saying the whole summer and through the first game, whoever gets back there, I know Coach Pruitt is pretty comfortable. We'll be comfortable who's ever back there. Depth is not something that we're not worried about. We know we have guys that can come in and step in and play at any time because Coach Pruitt has put those guys through situations that they have to be ready for. So this is a situation somewhat like what just happened. So, who's ever back there, who's ever in the depth chart, they'll be ready. So that's one thing I'm not worried about, or Coach Pruitt is worried about.
What's the difference playing under Coach Pruitt and playing under Coach Grantham?
Coach Pruitt is basically my position coach, man, and he gets after of it. He's more of a perfectionist in my eyes, man. Not taking anything away from Coach Grantham. He's a great coach. But Coach Pruitt labels himself as a perfectionist, man, and he holds himself up to that standard. And, Coach Grantham is a great coach, and Coach Pruitt is a great coach, too. But I mean, that's just one thing that I've seen different from Coach Pruitt and Coach Grantham. He's my position coach.